Hello everybody and welcome back to Maisie's Garden. I have a message for you. Okay. Spirit, what kind of message do we have for the collective? Guys, only take what resonates. Don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit your story. It just may not be your story this time. Okay. You may, there may be a situation where you really went through the ringer, okay? And this is something that you may have felt like you were battered, beaten, broken, you know, again, you were gone. It's very much like Ten of Swords energy where you just had been through it every which way. Spirit was sending you cutting you every which way but loose. That's how this feels. You are beginning to realize that whatever you had gone through or whatever was sent out to destroy you, it didn't. And you're kind of leaving it behind. You're starting to finally like get closure over whatever situation this is. And you're just like saying goodbye to any of that. So if you've been going through a time where you felt very like broken down, sad, having a really hard time emotionally, or just, again, feeling like you're going through hardship after hardship, you're coming out of that. The cycle in that is closing, and you are finally, this feels like it's like picking up and moving on. Yeah. This feels like you went through a really painful cycle in your life, but you may have learned a lot in this cycle. And you're picking up what you've learned and you're leaving everything else behind you. Yeah, okay. There may have been some lessons you had to go through because there was just some things that you may not have learned the first time it came around, okay? Or there may have been some type of karmic lessons from like a past life, or again, there was just some type of repeated pattern that you kept going through over and over again. So Spirit really brought in the big guns and was like, you're going to learn this lesson whether you like it or not. So we're going to make this really like big out there and really impactful so that you get it, so that you can move on from this cycle. It's dragged out far too long. Okay. You may have gone through time where you just, I don't know, maybe you were bluffing it, or you were wearing a mask. You could have been like exaggerating a lot of things as well. Or Spirit was just that's what it is. Spirit was just exaggerating a lot of this stuff for you so that you could learn this lesson. Yeah. They forced you to become aware and go deep. This was an important lesson that you had to learn. This is something that maybe your soul came here to learn. And because like you should have learned it the first, second, and definitely the third time through, and you didn't, or you just were ignoring it, or you just kept going through certain patterns or certain cycles and like over and over again, like on a carousel. And it's like, Spirit's like, it's time to get off the carousel. And you're just like, one more ride. And it was like, oh, we're going to give you a ride. And it made you kind of stop and look at yourself, or stop and really evaluate or like dig deep on why these patterns were repeating. You may have also had to find some type of value within yourself and start like being who you truly are, leading with who you truly are as a person instead of pretending. Because I'm also getting that where you could have been pretending to a lot of people, not really like showing your true self or showing who you really are. And Spirit was like, we had enough of that. Okay, now I'm going to force you to like be who you really are, or really show who you really are. Yeah, it was time. It was time. You may have been waiting for some type of opportunity or possibilities, or wanting to take some type of leap of faith, like which could have been a little risky, some type of leap of faith or like some type of journey or adventure. This could also be traveling, but Spirit wasn't going to let you, it was like you couldn't do that, or you can't get this opportunity or this possibility while you were acting or repeating what you were repeating. So you had to learn this lesson so you could get to the next step. And Spirit's like, do you see how long, like, have you learned this yet? We're waiting. We're waiting to give you these possibilities. We're waiting for you to be able to, like, go on this grand adventure that you want so bad. But like it's like you're not getting it, or you weren't getting it, but it feels like you do now. Or if you don't, you're about to. Yeah. Listen, 3 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and 9 of Wands. Spirit was like, we'll just keep repeating these lessons until you're completely broken down and can't take it no more. Your choice. You either put in the effort, do your shadow work, look within yourself, introspection, become aware. It's almost like having an awakening, but it's like not even just an awakening to like what's going on around you, or awakening on like such a world scale. It's also like an awakening of self. Like, I was operating like that. Like, I was operating in such a low vibration and allowing myself to repeat these patterns and not realizing that I was the one why they were repeating. It was like trying to play the victim almost, on why these patterns or why this stuff keeps happening to you, but you're the common denominator. So it's you. You're the reason why. And you needed to do some work so that you could take a leap of faith into some type of new blessing and not sabotage yourself. Because what would have happened is you would have sabotaged all of these opportunities by taking either the leap too soon, or being too naive with the opportunity, or just sabotaging it in some way by being like too opportunistic, or like being too much like a winning at all cost type of person, and not having, like, I just heard integrity in the matter. Interesting. You may have been trying really hard to like start a new beginning or allow some type of opportunity or blessing. You've been possibly trying to manifest this, like you wanted this, but again, you were sabotaging your own new start because you needed to make a decision. This is a major decision too. There may have also been some people around you, a friend group, a community, of people that just like were also exacerbating this or enabling you in this. And so you may have to like choose to, a new friend group. Yeah, you may have to like take a loss or take a hit there and kind of go on your own way, and you may have to do it alone for a little while. Yeah, because that's where your justice is going to be. That's where when the balance comes back in, that's where things kind of start to tip the scales in the right direction. You may also, especially if you were doing things that lacked integrity, you may have to go back and try to right some wrongs. You may have to apologize to a few people. You may also have to, like reconcile the situation in however that means for you, or give someone some type of an apology. I feel like you know this too. You may just not know how to go about it. Yeah. The longer you wait, the longer it's going to take for this new beginning to come in. Just so that you guys know. Didn't realize what time it was. I could have kept going. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you soon.